my gosh. I can't even keep a straight face with Chef Jon-Paul in the kitchen. We're talking Thanksgiving, and he and I have been kind of arguing. We've been bickering. We love each other madly, but, you know, he's the executive chef over at Le Cordon Bleu. And so he kind of has this really, I don't know, I think you have kind of a fancy-dancy palate. And so he says, well, you got to ditch your green bean casserole. I said, I can't. I've got people. People expecting my green bean casserole.
We did a test, and in that test, I think you agree. Once again, green bean casserole, mushroom soup, right? The crispy onion thing on top, kind of a big goopy mess. Not a whole lot natural.
By the way, feel free to actually do your recipe.
Yeah,
I don't mean to interrupt.
So with all that goopiness going on, how many times a year does your family request that green bean casserole, Stephanie?
Like once.
Like once. Okay, and that would be?
That'd be Thanksgiving.
That would be Thanksgiving, yeah.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is really nobody's clamoring for this green bean casserole.
There's kind of a, I don't know, there's tradition involved. There's some sort of Thanksgiving psychology.
Really?
Yeah.
Because in my family, everybody puts a lump of it on their plate, but when you go into the kitchen, that lump is still there, okay? And this goes, and we're going to do some sweet potatoes in a little bit too,
yeah.
so this also goes with our sweet potatoes. So when it comes to green bean casserole, I'm going to give you a couple of options. Now, I'm going to do one, all right, same green beans. Your do-ahead thing for the night before, buy fresh green beans, cook them off the night before.
Are they blanched?
Yep,
okay.
And plunge them, and actually taste it, because it's fully cooked, all right? Plunge them into ice water, and then just drain them and hold them.
Nice and sweet.
So the next day,
Crunchy.
all I have to do is throw them in the microwave to reheat them and then throw some garnishes in. So I got some shallots over here. They're taking a little while to cook. But over here, last night I took some bacon, I cut it up, and I took the crispy part out and I reserved the bacon fat for today, okay? Then I took a red bell pepper and I just put a little bit of oil on it and popped it in the oven and roasted it for about 15 minutes at 350 degrees till the skin started to come off. And what I ended up with was this amazing roasted pepper, okay? So all I'm gonna do is take that, throw it in there, bust these guys up a bit, and I'm just gonna reheat my green beans in there. Now at home, if I'm doing a larger quantity, I might wanna throw these in the microwave just to take the chill out of them. But the thing I love about
like
this—
30 seconds, not even?
Well, I mean, just so they're hot through. I mean, it depends on the quantity that you have. All right, that's an excellent question. So maybe you do it for 2 or 3 minutes. If you're doing, let's say you're having 8 people, it might take 2 or 3 minutes to reheat those. Okay. So that's pretty easy. Then over here, I've got some shallots going. Now, if you don't have shallots, because it's too fancy-dancy.
Oh, I love shallots. It's not.
They're a wonderful thing. And somebody once told me that the gift of French cuisine was the shallot. That's like one of their big secrets. So I'm just going to take some shallots and soften them up and throw some chopped pecans in there, or pecans, depending on where you're from.
Pecan.
And then I'm going to a little bit of salt. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Take my green beans and toss them in here. So these are 2 very simple variations on the green bean. And I guarantee you, through the course of the year, your family will ask you for these again. So at the end, I'm just—
Is there a money-back guarantee on that?
You know what? I will. I mean, look at this. I've got bacon, I've got roasted peppers, and it almost smells like Thanksgiving in here because of the bacon and all that.
Yeah, the bacon really kicks it up a notch.
Look how pretty that is.
Little anecdote, when I was growing up, my mother had a coffee can full of bacon drippings.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if is that a Texas thing? No, it must not be.
No, I mean, that was,
that's kind of what you did.
It's kind of a Midwestern thing. My dad's family used to do that a lot. Actually, everything was cooked in bacon fat.
I wish I still had that, because I'll never go through that much bacon to fill up a can, but
that's one. And then this is the other, and what you end up with is 2 very clean dishes. Now, the thing I don't like about the ubiquitous casserole is, I mean, and it really is, I mean, it's one, we all grew up with it, is that it just kind of kills the palate. It's heavy. I mean, you've got so much fat and so much heaviness in that meal. We don't eat like that. You know, people aren't napping after the meal because they're happy. They're napping because it's a near-death experience.
Because they ate the green bean casserole?
Well, no, but I mean the green bean casserole plus the stuffing, plus the gravy, plus the canned sweet potatoes with the marshmallow. It's sensory overload. But look how clean that is.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I would eat that in a heartbeat.
But it's simple. It's real simple.
I think, could you even put the bacon there?
You know what? You can mix and match. Feel free. If you don't have red bell peppers, you could use something else. You could throw apples in here. You could really, I mean, just go crazy.
I stand corrected. I stand corrected.
Well, don't stand corrected until you try it, because you might still love your green bean casserole, which is fine.
You need therapy, but it's fine.
Yeah.
That's what read between the lines.
My do-ahead work was nothing, and it all happened on the stovetop, so I didn't have to tie up valuable oven space where I've got pies and turkeys and stuffing, and that's the other issue.
That's why they give you the big hat. Coming up a little bit later, we are going to learn how to take those sweet potatoes and really kick them up a notch. He says no more of the charred sugar on the top. He's got something much, much better. So stick around.